Travel and things in association with sun destinations, iconic destinations with amazing experiences, present in conversation with. I'm your host, David Batsoffen, and this evening I'm taking a look back at 2023 and perhaps what it brought you. How have you found the year? If your year started off something like this, then perhaps you don't want to go any further. Um, we always look back on the year that was and go, oh, that's the worst year ever. But that being said, on um, December the 31st, we wait with eager anticipation for the new year because we figure it's going to be better. And is it? Normally it's not. It normally presents like this. And then we have to wonder, why the heck did we bother? The end of every year, we put away the old diary or throw it away. For those of us who still have paper diaries, and I do, I use mine on an irregular basis. I have everything on the laptop, but I like the look of the diary next to me. It's normally empty by the end of the year, and all I do is turn pages. And in fact, I think I'm behind by about 4 days currently. I just makes me feel like I've got a longer year. But so what does 2024 or 2023 hold for you? Or what did it hold for you? Were there lots of tears? Did you lose lots of friends? I know I did, 3 in one particular week. And that sort of climbs on top of you and smacks you on the head. It really does, especially when you get to this time of the year. It's meant to be joyous, it's meant to be fun, and then it isn't. But tears are cathartic. Death is part of life. You can't have one without the other. So we just need to take the joyous side of that. What did their lives bring to ours? And how were we there for them at the end of their days? Did you have good meals? I know this banana bird, as they called, this yellow-billed hornbill, had an inchworm for lunch, or should it be a centimeter worm? I don't know nowadays. They keep changing names, bird names, not so much the mammals. They don't mess with things that have claws and teeth. But if they only have bills and feathers, then they tend to change names willy-nilly almost. But that's scientists for you. But anyway, I hope you had lots of wonderful meals surrounded with lots of wonderful people, good conversations, and good memories to be made. And talking about memories, this is one of my best for 2023. This was a leopard in Sabi Sands. And in all my years of being a wildlife photographer, I've only caught this type of image twice. This was being the second. And we almost missed her. We sat at this waterhole with a herd of buffalo for the longest while. They'd finished doing what buffalo do in water, which is both drink pee and poo, all in the same water. And then as we were driving off, the tracker just went inkwe, which is leopard in vernacular. And this young pregnant female came down to drink, and we sat with her for probably about 15 or 20 minutes. And it was just spectacular. She was relatively relaxed. We were able to light her nicely without getting in the way. And when she finished, she just slank back into the darkness. Did you have any good conversations in 2023? Are you looking to have good conversations in 2024? Are you looking to have conversations with people you've never had conversations with before? I joined a group called Ask, where they go to public spaces and people can come and chat to you and you can tell them your story. And if they like your story, they could possibly tell you theirs. A very interesting concept and one that opens up all sorts of challenges to people, both asker and askee, those that are asking the questions and those that are responding to that. But start up conversations with strangers. I know I do. It can be really weird. I love doing that in supermarkets. You sort of follow somebody around, look in their trolley and go, why have you got 43 packets of Mari biscuits and a bottle of champagne? What are you doing? And that actually happened to me in a supermarket some while ago. And it turns out they were prepping for some sort of staff party. And I thought, how cheap can they be? They buy sparkling wine, because you can't call it champagne unless it comes from the Champagne region of France, and tennis biscuits in this instance. Anyway, They seem to be happy with that. And who am I to question what they put in their baskets? I'm sure there's weirder stuff in mine. Back to the buts again. But what? But why? But who? But how? But out. Sometimes it's not your place. Sometimes it's not the moment to make comments, specifically on what I term anti-social media, because everybody has an opinion, and specifically on anti-social media, it's only your opinion that counts. The moment you have an opinion, as somebody reading theirs, they will come down on you like a ton of bricks. And it's so simple to go from what is a very positive comment to something that can be, I don't know, bigoted and racist in literally 3 steps. I don't know how people do it. I really and truly don't. And I've learned over the years that you don't have to answer every question. You really and truly don't, because all it's going to do is bring out the hate, and haters will always hate. Wake up early. I don't know about you. I'm an early bird. I really am. As this spurfowl will attest to, it's nature's bush alarm. And if you've never heard one before, it will make you sit bolt upright in your accommodation. It really and truly will. But I'm a morning person. I like getting up early. Well, I have no choice. My cat wakes me at 4 o'clock, almost with monotonous regularity, which is why I look forward to being away. I sometimes just want to send him to the kennel or to the cattery so that I can get a good night's sleep. But then I still wake at that time of the morning. And I love working then because there are no distractions. You can do what you need to do. And if necessary, you can go back to bed. Or the alternative is by 8 o'clock, my work is normally done. So I have the rest of the day to do whatever it is that freelance travel writers do, which is either write or go and have coffee. It's as simple as that. But here we go again. Excuse me, do these stripes make my butt look big? Question you should never be asking in 2024, because you know that whatever your answer is to that question, it's going to be the wrong one. End of story. So if you can, leave the butts out of it. Look for the cute in things. There's cuteness all over. This leopard cub was totally unexpected. It's one of 2 siblings and a mom that I found the same area in Sabi Sands. And they are just the most glorious things to watch. The saddest thing, I suppose, and once again, it's the cycle of life and death. At the end of the day, the cubs have about a 50% chance of surviving. They're eaten by lions, they're eaten by hyenas, and often they're eaten by vagrant males who see them as competition. And the females will often not protect them. There is no way they can. A male leopard is far bigger than the female, and he will, if necessary, overpower and kill her as well. So the mortality rate is not great, which means seeing these, or seeing this one in particular, was very exciting. Watch a sunset, watch a sunrise. How many of us wake up too late, go to bed too early, or don't get out at all, just want to sit indoors? But standing outside in the open and just enjoying this, even in a suburban setting where I live in Johannesburg, our sunsets are tremendous. They really and truly are. They are spectacular. That being said, a lot of the specularity, if that's such a word, if it isn't, I've just invented it, is due to air pollution in the cities, but it still makes for glorious colors. It really and truly does. So, like this Ellie on the banks of the Olifants River, why don't we just slide into 2024? Really and truly. We've done whatever we could for 2023. It's gone. As the clock ticked the last chime of 12 on the 31st of December, we said goodbye to that, good, bad, or indifferent. There's nothing we can do about it now. We tend to live in the past, but why? There's nothing we can do to change it. We're not able to time travel. So at the end of the day, we just need to move on. Tomorrow is not promised. As I found out with one of my friends that died in that triple week of deaths. He came home. We know he was alive at 7 o'clock because he'd called for an Uber. And when we got the call at 10:30, he was dead. So somewhere between 7 and 10:30, he died. There was no tomorrow for him. So go out and live every day to the best that you can. That doesn't mean spending all your money. In the good old days, I said, if you get to the end of your life with a zero balance in your bank account, that's a good thing. I suppose it is, but you can't time it that well. Years ago, a friend of mine ran the Comrades Marathon, which is a marathon between Durban and Pietermaritzburg. It's about 54 miles, which is about 89 or 90 kilometers in our metric measurement. And there is a medal for last man home. In those days, it was an 11-hour cutoff. It's now 12, but in those days, Jolly Jack was trying for an 11-hour cutoff. And as I say, big trophy, fancy medal. He did 10:58, 10:59:59, and he thought he'd won it until he realized there was somebody one step behind who crossed it on the dot of 11. And Jolly Jack never ran the race again because you can't time it that tight. But it's the beginning of the year. It's January. You've got the whole year ahead of you to do whatever it is, hopefully, that you want to do. But do it day by day. Don't waste. We've got 24 hours in a day. I'm a great procrastinator. I really am. I put my hand up and say, I procrastinate. Hello, my name is David. I'm a procrastinator. And I shouldn't be. But we all are like that. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it next week. We'll make the phone call another day. Do all of those things now. Maybe when you finished watching this, pick up the phone. Phone that person that you haven't phoned for the longest time. Reach out, make a connection. You never know. You never know. It may change their day, good, bad, or indifferent. That's not up to you. Make the connection. So don't let 2024 do this to you. Because if you're not on top of things, it's going to. I'd like to wish all my viewers a very happy new year from Travel and Things and from me, David Batshoffen. And I do hope that you'll join me again in the new year when we'll pick up again. I've got some wonderful interviews planned for the beginning of January. We're talking to David O'Sullivan about his book, Russie, and I'll also be talking to Andrew Ray about Ray Safaris and what you can expect if you're going to be looking at safaris in the new year. So have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful 2024. If you're still suffering hangover from your 2023-24 celebrations, just take it easy. Life is there to be enjoyed.